we kind of feel the same as I'm sure most of the fans here do. It's disappointed, right? Like, is a great hockey market. Our clients that have played here love being here, love the fan support. When it's there, and it felt like there was momentum, and felt like there's finally a plan that can go, and we can turn this into something real, right? Because no offense, for a while it hasn't fully been, right?
2 decades.
So it's like, right?
Go
So it's
ahead,
like we can turn this into
Just a
something,
little.
into something good here, right?
Yeah.
And it's so close. And again, we're not as steeped in it as you guys on the intricacies of it, but you're going and you hope, and there's optimism, and then it's like, okay, and then it's the same. And this happens a lot to us. Like, okay, you think something's going to happen, and then you take a left turn on it, and then everything, there's a million questions for everything. And as Scotty mentioned, like, these guys are people too, right? So it's like, am I going to be living here next year? Do I need to sell my house? Where are my kids going to go to school next year for older players? Like, my wife has a job too. What are we doing, right? Like, it was convenient with Tucson here. So like, all those things start funneling for everybody. And we're kind of tangentially involved in the NHL. There's a lot of other people like that, parking attendants, concession people, all that. So that was always kind of my first thought. Like, there's a lot, there's a big ecosystem around an NHL team. And like, that is all up in the air for all these people now. Right. So that's kind of the first one. It's a little bit of a disappointment or sadness or whatever. And then I think kind of as we've gone in now in the agent world, in the hockey world, and there's a new executive director at the NHL PA. The timing was good. We had meetings with him this week. There's one in Toronto yesterday that my dad Steve went to. I went to one in New York the other week. Like, so it's a conversation of, okay, now what, right? Because what we want to do is we want to make a team competitive for the players that are here, right? They deserve it. They want it.
Yep.
How do we continue to grow revenue for everybody's perspective, for the city's perspective, for the league's perspective, players' perspective, all that sort of stuff. It's like, okay, what's the next step now? So I think everybody's kind of thinking that way of, this is not what anybody wanted, but now pretty quickly we need to all collectively as a hockey community, locally and internationally here, kind of like figure out what's next so this doesn't drag on.
Right. Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I think is the takeaway is, as you referenced, this has been uncertain for far too long. And now there is a real urgency on our client's behalf to have clarity. We need to have clarity. Again, Clayton, I'll just use him. He's in the prime of his career. He took a huge step this year. He's going to take another step next year. He deserves to be in an organization that has stability and that is pursuing the same thing that he is, which is excellence, right? And that's the real flashpoint for us. And that's a big reason we're meeting with the Coyotes folks here later today. That there needs to be some concrete plans, not hoping plans, not maybe plan. This has to come to a head here shortly. And I'm sure that other agents feel the same way for their clients.